my team within the force is responsible for the preparation of a prosecution case file. So that can be anything from a traffic case file all the way through to the most serious offences. They're responsible for pulling it together, conducting disclosure, liaising with the Crown Prosecution Service and the courts, and then ultimately in securing that conviction of the offender.
From a young child, I've always wanted to work for the police in some way. When I joined the police, my friends and family thought I was a little bit crazy, to be honest. I don't think it's something they thought that I would go into necessarily, but now they find it quite exciting.
I always knew I wanted to work in a prosecutions environment, and as part of my legal training soon realised that being a lawyer wasn't necessarily for me.
My role involves prepping case files ready to be passed on to CPS. I see my role fitting together with what police officers do in a sense that we're covering the final stages of the investigation.
I love the fact that the job is different day to day. You get to meet lots of different interesting people within force and out of force.
For me, the highlights of the job are when you receive a great result at court. You realise that the victim and the witnesses, all that time and effort that they've put into that, supporting that investigation, has been worthwhile.
The best thing about my job, I would say, is the people that I work with. I have a great team around me. Everyone's very supportive. It's very, very rewarding to see a case file that I've personally dealt with end up going and getting a charging decision from CPS and hearing that the victim is getting justice.
There's many highlights of this job. Obviously it's quite a difficult environment and you're not dealing with things that are particularly pleasant. However, you get to see the results of some of these cases that we're dealing with. So just seeing the outcome and the victim satisfaction makes it all worthwhile.
I think the realities of this role are that sometimes you see things that perhaps don't sit well with you. I think when you realise the benefits of what you're doing and actually the results that the victims and the witnesses are receiving, it does make it all worthwhile.
There are tough elements to the role, but for me they are far outweighed by the success, the sense of achievement in bringing an offender to justice. My advice to candidates who are potentially looking at the recruitment campaign at the moment, people who are up for a challenge, people who want to make a difference to people's lives, I would actively encourage them to apply.
If I had one piece of advice for somebody looking to come and work within the criminal justice department, I would say find someone who's already in that department and ask them questions, contact Northamptonshire Police, ask around and we'll be happy to help.